perception of her
Yeah, that is deep. You know, she's been being for a long time. Since a kid, she's been being bro. You know,
On The Cosby Show, you were the world's sweetheart.
Raven has been performing in front of 44 million people since she was 3 years old.
There's so much pressure to be feminine beauty.
Well, you look very attractive tonight.
Thank you. There's a lot of rules in place. How cute can you be? How sexy can you be without showing my sexuality? I knew that this can't be talked about.
What happened to Raven on The Cosby Show?
I just black out.
I would appreciate it if it will not appear anywhere.
I didn't want to tell my parents. I knew I couldn't say it out loud, but that eats at your soul. That eats at your soul.
Ooh-wee! Did y'all hear the piping hot tea Orlando Brown just spilled about our sis Raven-Symoné? This is some next-level scandalous stuff that's gonna have all the Raven exposeurs clutching their pearls. So listen up, my little Pop-Tarts. Apparently, our girl Raven was out here being pimped and prostituted by the industry since she was just a child star on Disney. Can you even imagine? This poor kid was living every child actor's nightmare while just trying to make it as an icon. Now I know what y'all are thinking. Orlando has been a bit of a mess lately, always running that mouth and seeming kinda unhinged. But get this, he and Raven went way back to her That's So Raven days. They were legit a PR couple, paired up by the mouse to be each other's beardos and cover up Raven's true sexuality. Their whole situationship was a Hollywood sham from the jump. In this explosive new interview, Orlando is exposing all the dirty deets, claiming Raven's own parents were in on pimping her out to Hollywood's biggest sickos. He said they didn't give a single fuck about their child, just cash those checks and let her get passed around like some high-class escort. I mean, how vile is that? Letting your baby get preyed on by gross old men just for a taste of fame and fortune. I need to down a whole bottle of holy water just processing this. But wait, it gets even messier, y'all. Remember when Bill Cosby got exposed as a raging predator who pulled all types of foul stunts on women and young actresses? Well, people immediately started wondering if he ever turned his filthy sights on Lil Raven back when she was on The Cosby Show as a child. Her team was adamant he never touched her, but we all could see through that BS PR stunt to cover their tracks. This is just so sickening on every level. Our girl had her innocence snatched from her before she could even process what was happening, all in the name of being a marketable Disney commodity for thirsty male viewers. I need to go eat a whole cheesecake and wash it down with a gallon of sweet tea to get this nasty taste out of my mouth. Of course, there are some skeptics out there not taking Orlando's word for gospel. I saw one comment saying he had no right to put Raven on blast about something so personal and traumatic, that she should get to tell her own story on her own terms if and when she's ready to relive that nightmare. And you know what? They might have a small point. As much as we're all shook over these disturbing allegations, none of us were actually there or know what really went down behind closed doors. For all we know, Orlando could be doing the most and over-exaggerating what he thinks he knows. Raven herself hasn't substantiated anything he's claiming so far. Then again, there's a reason the old saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. Raven did admit to being put on super strict diets and having her weight and appearance controlled from as young as 7 years old. That's a whole child being forced to adhere to messed up industry beauty standards before she could even spell body image issues. It's not too far a leap to think even worse may have happened. We've seen so many former child stars come forward as adults to recount the sick, twisted things they were subjected to from a young age, from the Corey Feldmans to the Jeanette McCurdy's of the world. Heck, even Mara Wilson from Matilda has spoken openly about being and creeped on by Hollywood adults when she was just a little girl. This industry has a massively disturbing track record with exploiting kids, so Raven's case doesn't sound too far-fetched. At the end of the day, whether Orlando is telling the full truth or being over-dramatic for attention, we may never know. Unless Raven herself decides to pull back the curtain, this is one mystery that might remain buried in speculation forever. This poor woman has been through enough trauma and turmoil without the added pressure of reliving it all for public consumption. What I do know is that if even a shred of what Orlando is alleging is true, it's a sickening violation that no child should ever have to endure, period. Raven may put on a brave face, but you just know deep down there are scars that will never fully heal from having her innocence hijacked like that. It's the kind of thing that would scar anybody for life. All we can do now is send love and healing energy to our sis and hope she's found some peace and strength to move forward. The life of a child star is rougher than any of us could ever imagine. We owe it to victims like Raven or the countless other kids preyed upon to keep exposing the dark underbelly of the entertainment world. No more covering up these horrific sins or sweeping them under the rug. Let's let the truth reign and purge this industry of its sickest predators once and for all. So there you have it, my manifestors, the heartbreaking Raven-Symoné saga that will shake you to your core. Whether Orlando is onto something huge or simply spiraling off the deep end, this is a powerful reminder of how ugly and exploitative Hollywood can truly be. We gotta keep using our collective voices to demand better protections for child stars and an end to this vile abuse once and for all, until justice is served for every brave survivor. Bye.